Shalom Israel. First phone, we give all praises, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash, the born the apostles, and elders of great millstone who teach us his truth. Peace and blessings to hopeful like to Israel. And Shalom. Yahweh is the name of the heavenly ancient Hebrew. Bahashem means the name. Yahweh Shai is the name of the unbegotten Son. Back in the lesson, and today we're going to be going to these mandates and restrictions that are being implemented, and which are pretty much in place already, but they will soon get more tighter, and they'll be more stricter. So everybody see this guy gets it's like a fined and jailed, for not obeying these restrictions and the mandates that are in place. Which ultimately, is Esau, so he escalated the situation, which you'll see in the video. But ultimately, going to these restrictions and mandates that are coming, and ultimately what they're preparing and conditioning the people for. But let's play real quick, get a few scriptures, and Lord wants that final lesson.
By masks, Raptor police are in their faces.
Hey buddy, how you going? No, mask both you boys. Yeah. Some constable could set us from Raptor squad. You're both under arrest. You've got to provide identification. Get you to hop outside for us.
Under arrest for what?
You're not wearing a mask.
Brother, I just bought a mask. What are you saying under arrest?
Tension brewing as they walk outside.
You want to give me a fine?
Do you have identification?
You want to give me a fine?
Do you have identification?
What is it?
I'm asking you to provide identification.
You want to give me a fine? Give me a fine.
Do you have identification on you?
Do I have to provide it?
Do you have identification?
Am I arrested under...
Yes, you are under arrest.
Then, an escalation out of nowhere.
Don't grab my phone, you...
Urgent radio, urgent radio, urgent, 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 urgent! You move, I'll knock you out.
Afterwards, an officer admits it's not a good look.
If an eyes are pumped in, it's going to look bad on CCTV.
Yet police went on to charge the Zrakers and 3 of their associates with a raft of offences, including assault police.
So you see the the restrictions that was in place where you need to have the M, and when I say M, I'm talking about the mask. So it's going to use a little code word just in case, because if you talk about certain things, they'll just take down your videos. You know how Esau is, but as you see in the video, the mandates, so you needed to have the M to enter that store and to, basically buy things. And we have warned you and told you through the Spirit and Power Yahweh Shem Shai that was going to build up to the juice to where you need to have it and to be able to, go inside these stores, certain businesses, and ultimately building up towards the Koragma, the MOTB, presuming after Revelation 13 and 16. But what do you have people saying? You're crazy. They can't mandate this juice. They can't give it to everybody. But you already see the restrictions that was in place to where if you don't have it, basically you can't travel. You need to have a green pass to go on a plane or to go to a different state. So you see the mandates and restrictions that are in place, and ultimately they will get tighter and they will get worse. Building up to the MOTB, they're conditioning and preparing the people for this, man. Which I see, Esau kind of escalated, grabbed the dude's phone, which they looked like Ishmaelites, but if they knew the scriptures, agree with that adversary quickly. You gotta be wise, since we're not in our kingdom, we're in this devil's rulership. So we're gonna be wise and harmless as doves and be wise as serpents, if we're paraphrasing. We're sheep in the midst of wolves. But let's continue on to the scriptures, and the one final lesson, Isaiah 10:1. It says, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievousness which they have prescribed." So you see these draconian laws and measures that they are setting in place, to where you'll be fined, you'll be jailed for not obeying and following after these restrictions, these laws that they're implementing, So ultimately, this is where, our faith will be tested and we will be tried, man. Because you already have a lot of Israelites that are cracking under that pressure, man. You can't go inside certain businesses. You can't, go inside certain stores, like grocery stores or whatever. So you're already starting to see it's starting to kind of be of a burden onto people that are not able to go to their job, to pay bills, to put groceries on the table since they have a family. So you have a lot of Israelites that's cracking under that pressure and giving in. Which you have one of these Israelite camps. I don't know exactly who, but they said, I'm going to go and take the juice. I'm just going to take it, this and that. And you have a lot of Israelites that follow them and, watch their lessons or whatever. And a lot of them are going to get led astray, man. They have a lot of blood on their hands, man. But, once again, you also see a lot of Israelites are going to crack under that pressure, man. But, what I said earlier, how our faith will be tried, man. But let's continue on. Revelation 12 says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down to you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time, which the devil is talking about Esau, Edom, the so-called white man of the day. So you see that they will come for us, man. They are coming down with great wrath. As you see in that video, they tackled, this guy and 3 other guys. So they're taking this thing to a whole nother level coming soon. And if you're not obeying and following the things that they're doing and implementing, you're going to be outcast, you're going to be criminalized, demonized. And mainly us, man, those of us that are teaching this truth, man, which in my recent lesson, definitely recommend watching. Went into, a spiritual, breakdown of the movie Spider-Man No Way Home. How he was basically hated, and demonized, man. But 2 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 11 says, "Lest Satan should get in advantage of us, for you are not ignorant of his devices." So we see what these mandates, these restrictions are for, man. They're preparing and conditioning the people for the MOTB, getting them used to this types of laws and restrictions that are in place. As you see, you need to have proof of verification to, that you have taken the juice or you have been tested to go on planes, to travel, which we'll get more into in the scripture over here. 2 Ezra 15, 16 through 17 said, "For there should be sedition among men, and evading one another, they should not regard their kings nor princes." So the people in power, that we see presidents or mayors, or whoever has a power position. It said, "In the course of their actions shall stand in their power." So you have a lot of people that are not agreeing with this. As you see, there's already riots, protests that have taken place to where they're against the restrictions, and the not the laws, but the things that are in place to where you need to show proof that you've taken the juice, to be able to go inside certain businesses with it. So you have to see a lot of people that are agreeing with it and will riot and protest, so things are going to get worse, man. "A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, martial law, them shutting this place down and put into lockdowns once again, which may come very, very soon, But you see, right now also, you see that you need to have the green pass to go on a plane, to travel to a different state, and also certain businesses that you need to show proof of verification that you've been tested or that you have, taken the juice. So right now on the lower scale, you see the restrictions and mandates that are in place, and they will only get tighter and stricter, man. Because ultimately what it's preparing you for is for the MOTB. As you see, it's starting to move to also a more digitized system, adding more self-checkout aisles and all that, man. With the new, I believe it's forget the exact app, but you can just pay with the wave of your phone, purchase items, and just walk out. But the Revelation 13, 16 through 17, it says, "And caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads," which is going to the MOTB. And it says, "And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name." Which is, go back to 16, it says, "Receive a mark in the right hand or in their foreheads," which I see Elon Musk also creating the Neuralink, the mark in the forehead. And you're already starting to see the chip on a lower scale now, which I believe it's in, dang, I forgot the exact place. It's like I can't remember the exactly, but they've pretty much already done away with this cash-based system and moving towards a more I believe it's Sweden. Slovakia. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Sweden already, is starting to move into a more digitized system. Also, I believe Russia, and China are starting to, want to leave the paper dollar behind. But it says that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark of the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you see, you won't be able to buy or sell without it. And now you see right now, you need to have the M to enter a store. You need to show proof of verification that you've been testing, that you have the juice to go inside certain businesses, to travel, And guess what? If you don't have it, you can't go inside the store. You'll be fined. You'll be jailed. So, showing you the mandates and the restrictions will only get tighter. And hey, this place is going downhill, man. But, as I was saying earlier, this is how, where our faith will be tested and when we will be tried, man. Because you have a lot of Israelites now that are cracking under the pressure. And, as I said earlier, they're not willing to, wait upon the Lord, to go a couple days without food. Because ultimately they don't really believe or have faith in Yahweh Shai and the miracles that he's going to perform and do for his men. You know, the elect will be well taken care of, especially during this famine and when the MOTB is mandated and pushed, because we're not going to be relying on Esau Edom anymore once this gets mandated and pushed, man, because this is one of the main end-time prophecies that will take place before the Lord destroys this place, man, and our Lord returns to Yahushai. You know, Revelation 2 and 10. It says, fear no things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison. You'll also have them creating these FEMA camps. You know, I went into it on my main channel, which was Hopeful Elect 144, before, you know, it got taken down. But I basically went to the guillotines, you know, and the FEMA camps that they have, and that they bought. So we're going to be going to, you know, FEMA camps or prisons. You know, we're going to be jailed. As you see right there, that guy was fined and jailed in that TikTok video. But it says, fear no things which thou shalt suffer. The devil shall cast me into prison that ye may be tried. See, our faith, it's going to be put to the test. You know, because when your true character and you know who you really are is going to be shown, man. Do you truly have faith? Do you truly believe in Yahweh Shemel Shai? You know? But it says, that ye may be tried and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. But it's going to a certain period of time. May not be 10 days, maybe shorter. You know? But it said, be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. So if we endure all these trials, these tribulations, we'll receive that crown of life, man, during times of Jacob's trouble. You know, if we endure that, deny the MOTB, you know, refrain from taking the juice. If you take the juice, you're pretty much already down with the system, man. You know, you're pretty much already bowing down to Esau and saying, oh, you're with this system that he's trying to implement, man. So you might as well just take the MOTB now then, man. So behold, the devil shall cast me into prison that ye may be tried, and shall have and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Which I may go into the faith aspect in this part, in another lesson, going to how we need to have, you know, faith and, you know, believe on Yahweh Shemel Shai, man. It says coming soon. You won't be able to do anything without the Karagma, man, the MOTB. You know, even now you're already starting to see restrictions and mandates that you have in place if you don't have the juice, you know, or you're not wearing an M. So things will only progressively get worse, man. But let's get Ezekiel 33 and 33 and close out with this. It says, and when this come to pass, when this come to pass, lo, it will come, then shall I know that a prophet hath been among you. You know that a prophet has warned you and told you about the times that are ahead, man, and things that are coming. You know, telling you that the juice was going to be mandated and pushed, which you see on a lower scale now, but, you know, it's only progressively going to get worse. You know, what did people do? Call us crazy, made fun of us, called us names, and even when we're prophesying, you know, the MOTB, the chip is the MOTB, and we're saying World War III is coming. Now you're starting to see people are getting scared. You know, now they're starting to want to seek Yahweh Shemel Shai. Now these things are actually happening and taking place. You know, people are starting to freak out now, man, over, you know, this war, not this war, but this fight, this battle that's going on in Russia and Ukraine. You know, so now people are starting to freak out. But ultimately, at the end of the day, you know, things will only progressively get worse until, you know, this place is destroyed, man. Our Lord delivers his elect, man. And we hope and pray that we are those men, you know, that Yahweh Shai keeps in this faith, in this truth, that is, you know, gives the spirit to endure until the end, you know, and to wait upon the Lord, man. Because you will have a lot of Israelites that will crack under that pressure, man. And going back to what I was saying earlier, you have one of these Israelite camps that are pretty much says, oh, I'm going to go take it, you know, promoting it. So a lot of these Israelite camps have sold out. You know, and the Lord's pretty much shown you who is truly done with and who is not, man, whether you see it or not. And I believe through faith that the brothers at Great Millstone, GMS, you know, are the true prophets, man. And you also have, you know, a few like-minded brothers that follow the same doctrine. They are not in the camp. For example, you know, I'm not, you know, in Great Millstone, but I follow the same doctrine, you know. But pretty much at the point of the lesson, don't want to, you know, go too far off topic. But Lord is edifying. I do close out. I want to give all praises, all honor, all glory to Yahweh Shemel Shai, Bashem Kakadash, the bonds of the apostles, and also of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth. Peace and blessing to Israel, and shalom. See you next one.